Hi guys, this is only a short chapter. It's chapter 13, The Big Day Arrives. There we go. We're almost halfway through the book. Almost. Getting there. The sun was shining brightly in the morning of the big day. The ground was still white with snow and the air was very cold. Outside the gates of Wonka's factory, enormous crowds. He's got great timing at barking, hasn't he? Great crowds of people were gathered to watch the 5 lucky ticket holders going in. The excitement was tremendous. It was just before 10 o'clock. The crowd were pushing and shouting. The policemen with arms linked were trying to hold them back from the gates. Right outside the gates, in a small group that was carefully shielded from the crowds of police, stood the 5 famous children, together with the grown-ups who had come with them. It was the tall, bony figure of Grandpa Joe. He could be seen standing quietly among them, and beside him, holding tightly onto his hand, was little Charlie Bucket himself. All the children except Charlie had both their fathers and mothers with them. It was a good thing they did, otherwise the whole party might have got out of hand. They were so eager to get going that their parents were having to hold them back by force to prevent them from climbing over the gates. Oh my goodness. Be patient, cried the fathers. Be still, it's not time yet. It's not 10 o'clock. There they all are. Can you pick out who they are? I think that's Veruca Salt. And there's Mike TV. And Augustus Gloop and his mummy and daddy. And Violet Beauregard. And then right at the back, there's Charlie and his granddad. Behind him, Charlie Bucket could hear the shouts of people in the crowd as they pushed and fought to get a glimpse of the famous children. There's Violet Beauregard, he heard someone shouting. That's her, all right. I remember her face from the newspapers. Do you know what? Someone else shouted back. She's still chewing that dreadful old piece of gum she said for 3 months. Oh, 3 months. That's horrible. Look at her jaws. They're still working on it. Who's the big fat boy? That's Augustus Gloop. So it is. Enormous, isn't he? Fantastic. Who's the kid with the picture of a Lone Ranger stenciled on his jacket, on his wind cheater? That's Mike TV. He's a television fiend. He must be crazy. Look at all those tiny pistols and guns he's got hanging all over him. The one I want to see is Veruca Salt, shouted another voice in the crowd. I'm having to do lots of different voices today. She's the girl the father bought 500,000 chocolate bars. 500,000 chocolate bars. Do you know how many that is? And they made all the workers in his peanut factory unwrap every one of them till they found a golden ticket. He gives her anything she wants, absolutely anything. She only has to start screaming for it and she gets it. Dreadful, isn't it? Shocking, I call it. Which do you think is her? That one over there on the left, the little girl in the silver fur mink coat. Which one's Charlie Bucket? Charlie Bucket, he must be that skinny little shrimp standing beside the old fellow who looks like a skeleton. Very close to us, just there, see him? Why hasn't he got a coat on in this weather? Don't ask me, maybe he can't afford one. Goodness me, he must be freezing. Charlie, standing only a few paces from the speaker, gave Grandpa Joe's hand a squeeze, and the old man looked down at Charlie and smiled. Somewhere in the distance, a church clock began striking 10. Dong, dong, dong. Very slowly, with loud creaking of rusty hinges, the great iron gates of the factory began to swing open. The crowd became suddenly silent. The children stopped jumping about. All eyes were fixed upon the gates. There he is, someone shouted. That's him. And so it was. Who are they talking about? Do you remember? Who owns the factory? Who are they going to meet? Well, we're probably going to meet him tomorrow, and you guys are going to find out who this guy really is. Okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.